Romy Mac.
Yeah. Once again, we in here. Me, ROM to the EYMAK. Romy Mac is here. This is none other than Romy Mac 2 Cents presents The Locker Room. It has been forever since we've done an episode, so we wanted to come back, give you all we got. Tonight is going to be me and, of course, none other than my big bro, Karumbe, in here discussing a few things from music to sports to sex, relationships, all that stuff. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get the king. You know they call him King Jaffe Joe. Karumbe, what up, baby?
Hello, my little.
Yes, I am glad that you are on the show. I was wondering if you by have chance you use your vibranium.
I have not used my vibranium.
What would happen if you use vibranium inside of a vagina?
I don't know, boss. What's up?
Yeah, man, we here. You know, it's been a minute, man, since we done this thing. You know, we've been doing 2 cents. So shout out to your lovely wife, the sugar, the booger, that always does the 2 cents with us. Yeah, we wanted to, we want to switch it up a little bit and talk that, that guy talk. Not that grab it by the pussy locker room talk, but just that guy talk. Shout out to you Trump supporters. Fuck you. And
oh man, come on, man.
What? I didn't mean to offend you.
DC has done a lot.
He has revealed all these the racist ignorance in America. I'll take that. I'll give you that much. But other than that, yeah, I'm not fucking with that, man. I don't like that promoting hate and then not taking accountability for it, man. Got an anti-Semitic guy shooting up synagogues, and rest in peace to all those people, those 11 people that were killed in that synagogue on Saturday. Unfortunately, I mean, the ages went from like 54 to 97. And going why? Because you hate Jews? Really? That's a good enough reason to take somebody out, man. That's just ugly as hate, and we're not promoting hate. So
want to know what, for a country that is built on like believing in everybody's religion and called a melting pot, there's still a bunch of fucking racist ass people here.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You don't have that shit in Japan. They ain't shooting up no places like that. Just saying, guys.
Yeah, they don't know how to do that. They damn sure don't know how to fly planes, though. I don't know what's going on with this Asian aircraft. But then again, that's not even Japanese, so I won't even be stereotypical and categorize all Asian folks with flying planes. But there's something going on. These motherfuckers don't know how to. Some of these motherfucking Asian pilots got to get it together. Yeah, man. So let's get into what we really want to talk about, man. Boston Red Sox just won their 4th title, man. And
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Fuck Boston.
Well, I'm not able to say fuck you to Trump supporters who promote hate, but you can say fuck Boston.
I'm an Angels fan, and we always trash. We should be better with all the people we get, but whatever.
That's that bullshit.
I'm used to it. It's like being an Atlanta Hawks fan or something. I mean, Atlanta Falcons. They act like they good, but they ain't never gonna do shit. So,
Yeah. It's insane, man. They got their 4th title since in the 2000s. I mean, they got all their titles in the 2000s. 2004 they got their first title, and now they're on their 4th one here in 2018. So shout out to Boston for coming through in the clutch, doing what they had to do. Dodgers had to take that L.
As long as it's not the Yankees, I'm cool.
But it's wild though, man. Boston been, if you look at the numbers from like 2000, they've really been on a tear when it comes to winning championships, man. So they just got like the knack for that shit. They got the cheat code.
It seems like it's like Boston, Kansas City. It seems like it's the same teams all the time, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, they got they got a handle on all this this winning championships thing, and I'm just like, okay, how's everybody else get involved? How does Chicago? I would love for my Bulls to be back. Can we get back in the title game? That'd be nice. San Francisco 49ers, shout out to us losing today. But such is life. All I know is that I got a slight wager on all these games, and I just hope that I'm able to pull through on that. Yeah. So I mean, Boston with with championships, man. Like, do you look at Boston as like you would say that's like a big title city, big sports town?
Yeah.
Would you
say?
say?
Look at it like baseball wise, basketball wise, we got tons of trophies. Brewers, is it the Brewers? No, Boston Red Sox, right?
Bruins. Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins.
They're usually somewhat decent.
Yeah. So you got drafted to a Boston team. You feel pretty good about it?
Yeah. Look at look what Boston basketball team's done. Like, they got Kevin Garnett that year. They won their championship, and now they're building up another good ass team. So yeah, man, we gotta look at it like that. If you get six of Boston, you probably get six of somewhere that's pretty much decent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Boston is. I would consider Boston a championship town. They, between the Celtics and all the championships they got with Red Auerbach, and then of course the most recent one they have to date with Doc Rivers, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, who is now in L.A. He had like a J.R. Smith moment where he could have had an easy layup, but he elected to pass away, and they ended up losing to the Spurs again. I mean, they lost to the Spurs last week with LeBron missing free throws, and then they go to they go on to miss that opportunity again to beat them with another costly thing that would seem fairly easy for such a professional. And that's no knock on Rajon Rondo. I mean, he's one heck of a competitor. He's down to ride. If he likes to spit on people and then decline it. That's what we had as of recent. But just Boston, when he played for them, they were a team. They were the team to beat in the East. LeBron couldn't get past them. LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Haslam, none of them that were strong enough for a long time to get past that. The big three in Boston. So it's funny how things change through the years with sports. The Boston has always seemed to be like on top of like some form sports, like championship wise. They just seem to be like in the discussion since the 2000s consistently. I mean, they took over like the 60s and stuff like that with Bill Russell. But it's amazing that you look at New York too with their accolades in sports. They have, I think, they have 27 with the Yankees, 27 with the Yankees, and I think the Knicks have 2. Am I not mistaken? If I'm not mistaken, I think the Knicks have 2 champions.
I know the Bruins got 6 championships.
Who?
The Bruins got 6.
The Bruins? The Bruins have about 6 championships.
They these niggas in Boston State win.
Well, Boston is that champion town, and we just send another congratulations to them. Get into the sex a little bit. We was looking at something on I saw a meme earlier on online, and it was like, if your sex game could be compared to a song, what would it be? Now, I chose the song Emergency by Tank, which is basically like a woman being operated on, because that's what I like to do to my victims. Operate thoroughly. My humble brag. Get it while you still can. I'm still young and getting older, so things don't always move as polished as they used to be. But big bro, we was talking earlier. What song did you decide to come up with that would compare?
Yo, I just forgot the song that I had.
Explosive?
Yeah, either Explosive. Yeah, it's probably Explosive. When I met you last night, baby, that shit, yeah. I do you mind? That shit go hard, nigga. Got that Nate Dogg on the hook. That shit go hard. Either that or I Can't Feel My Face.
Yeah. So I mean, us as men, we brag about our sex game and shit like that. We have no idea. You could tell from, I guess, a woman's reaction in a sense, but ultimately, you never really know, because she could be faking it. Let's say, catering to your ego or what have you. But but we try our best. We try our best to satisfy our prey as we attack. You know, us being lions, like in the plains, trying to get there. And I'm shit, not even plains, but desert, wherever the fuck a lion is, plateau, all that shit. Wherever you saw Simba running up on Nala, trying to grab that ass. Yeah. So I would say,
and then you got a drainer, man. You got a drainer of all the energy.
Yeah.
You got to sleep 20+ hours. You can't move. So.
Oh yeah. You have to. I want knees to buckle. I want you to try to walk, and you do that Forrest Gump walk when he was taught how to dance from Elvis and shit.
He was running.
No, you remember when when they had Elvis in the room with him, and he was teaching him how to dance. I'm trying to have you swinging my hip. That shit.
But the Elvis salt bath, girl.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, what do you say, Epsom salt? Yeah, we want Epsom salt baths taken when you finish. I want damage done. That's what you're shooting for.
You gotta take a day off. You can't go to work. You can't walk. You gotta go to sleep.
Right. And with all because we pretty much, like, for me, I've been fucking since I was 15 years old. And there was one point where it was a lot going on. And I say that was my 20s. A lot of fucking going on. So my question, as you get older, and even at this point in our lives, do you ever just you find yourself getting tired of sex?
Hell no, that's retarded. Believe. No.
So I'm saying, like, let's say you going like once, so you can go how many times in a day?
Yeah, as many times as they let me.
As many times as they let me, huh? So you talking about like you three times? Let's say maybe 30. I'll go ballpark figures. 30 minutes between. You good to
Yeah, I'll put it like this. If you let me do what I want, there won't be no day. Let me remind you, for those who know, I used to leave people's houses like, I gotta go wash clothes. I was washing no clothes, niggas.
Amen to that.
I was doing what I needed to do.
Oh, you was okay, all right, cool. You was being Chocolate Thunder. Yeah. I know Chocolate Thunder roaming the street.
Chocolate Thunder
sending out thunderstorms. No notice.
No notice. Too. I need a day. I need a whole day to do what I need to do.
All right, that's okay. I mean, my panties are wet. I mean, you got my panties wet talking this shit.
You can have an hour interval of first time, and you gotta go back to work.
That's a damn shame. He is trying to destroy you.
I am trying to destroy you.
Yes, you can hear this.
Everything that you love.
Yeah, everything you love. Fuck it. He wants to destroy.
I want to. Well, that's what Harambe does.
Yeah, Harambe is out. That's why you don't. That's why they shot that damn gorilla in the cage.
That's what Rampage. He destroys the buildings and the walls.
Yeah,
the walls.
He got all kinds of names. They call him Rampage, Harambe. What's the motherfucker's name? That was the character in Black Panther. M'Baku.
M'Baku. Got to get the.
Yeah. But what's his name in the comic shit? It's something ape. What was the name we called it? It was a great ape.
Grape ape?
It ain't grape ape. That can't.
Gorilla.
Yeah, all kinds of shit.
All kinds of shit. It got to be destroyed.
Yep. I mean, you have a Hulk speaking, and then you have a fucking a great ape, or I don't know what the fuck his name is in the comic show, the M'Baku. They couldn't name it in the movie because it would have been like racially charged.
Man
ape. That was his name.
I know. In DC Comics, he's Gorilla Grodd, the smart ass.
But I think. But I think Marvel has Marvel has another name for that for the ape thing. Yeah. So I mean, like, for me, I can be honest. So I get tired of sex. There gets a point where you're not where that I don't know. I guess it depends on the woman, man. Because there's been times where I've given one time, and the homie's not moving. And then there's been other times where I've gotten strengthened as I've let loose inside a woman, and I've gotten strengthened while I've been inside. Like, that's one level of attraction that is so hard to explain, but it has happened. And I really, it's like I don't know, it's a turn on for me. The fact that I can get that way inside of being inside of a woman, you know.
I'll tell you what, bro. What's the name? Yeah, we were talking about her earlier. Alexa Bliss, man. I'll break her in half.
Yep.
That 4-foot theory.
And she'll tell Vince McMahon to have your ass locked up.
Man, I'll break her in half, man. I'll go through all my wrestling holes on her.
Yeah. You got what? Indian bitches, white bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the big girl name?
Oh, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
I
yes.
the rest. Oh.
I do like Nia Jax. Nia Jax is really, she's really nice.
If you're out there and you ever come by Omaha, holler at her.
She I guess she like white. I guess she like white guys though.
Man, it don't matter.
I think that's maybe that's just some close
they
proximity.
They got bad dudes when they be on the road. Don't even think.
But it's close. But it's close proximity. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was something. I mean, Sonny. There's been talk about Sonny being like, you know, very promiscuous back in the day, or even now. And she got a sex tape on Pornhub. You gotta check that out. Sonny, that used to be you know, the valet, the WWE diva back in the day. Yeah, she got a sex tape on Pornhub. She looks horrible now. It's not really nothing sexy about it. To, you know, I don't know if you'll be turned on, but it'd be interesting just to see the fact that that's Sonny. Hey, you know, Sonny. Hey, Sonny, you have a sex tape.
He probably got one with Vince.
No, I don't know. I want. You know what? Let's discuss that, man. What women do you think that Vince probably had his way with them?
Like 90% of them. Let's be real.
You think Linda was in on it too?
You said what?
You think his wife Linda was in on it?
Yeah, of course you know.
No, I think she. I'm saying, did she participate? You think they just like, you know, decided they were gonna have the way with, like, you know?
Hell yeah. Hell with a lot of the niggas backstage, like Macho Man, and you probably hell away with them niggas. Like
the Great Moolah. What's her name?
Yeah, Great Moolah.
The Great Moolah. What's the old bitch name?
Probably when she was looking good.
She was looking good. When was she ever looking good?
Let me put this down. And I watched the thing on it today. They said that Stephanie, when she was younger, she wrote a script where John Cena was smacking her on the ass and talking about doing her and staring at her boobs. She actually wrote that in the show. Who put that? Stephanie did. Stephanie McMahon.
She ain't fuck John Cena, no.
Nigga, I probably put money. They said she did Macho Man. When she was younger, Macho Man broke her virginity. That's what's going around.
I don't know about if I ever got inside Stephanie, yeah.
That's why he left WWF. That's
wild, dog. But hey, man. So that means Stephanie, Triple H, Macho Man. Was she really with Tess?
I don't think so.
Alright, that was just
I can't remember.
Just an angle.
Crazy shit is, Triple H asked Undertaker because he dates Stephanie. Not her dad, he asked Undertaker. That's how scared they are of Mark Calloway. Niggas backstage scared fucking Undertaker for real.
He's 6'10"?
He's 6'10" and he took that bike shit serious. It was like him, me, and a bunch of other people used to be like a wrestling gang. They were actually a gang and they would beat the shit out of you. Like certain rules you had to abide by or they would beat the shit out of you. I think they said Undertaker choked out Miss Kennedy on the airplane one time.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, Undertaker bought that life for real.
Undertaker really put you in the tombstone dome.
He really will fuck you up. Yeah. Put it like that.
That's pretty special. That's some kind of man he's turned out to be.
Yep.
So
he's old as shit when you think about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, they got the tattoos of SAG. The tattoo that used to be on his shoulder now on his fucking thigh and then dragged down. Old ass. That's how old it motherfucker.
Think about it. Like the first time we saw Undertaker was like what, WrestleMania 2?
No. It was the first time we saw the Undertaker was a promo. It was a promo before it was a promo before Survivor Series because he fought Hogan at Survivor Series.
That's right.
And he put him in the tombstone and he made all the little people cry. I didn't know about that event, so I wasn't able to cry at that one. But I do remember the Undertaker being on like with Brother Love, and it was red face, and I remember him being in Hogan's face then. That's back when I swear I loved it. I loved that time frame. You just feel like the crowd was just so electric. You could really hear like the crowd being into wrestling. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the WWE has core fans now, but I just feel like it was just so much energy. The lights, everything was bright. It seems very dull nowadays, man. Like it's hard for me to just believe that these guys are just like larger than life. Like the Shield, I feel like could have been a lot bigger, and I always stand by that, man. I just feel like they just could have been so much bigger had they been promoted and marketed properly. But I digress. The Undertaker, he's been around for a while, bro. Undefeated at WrestleMania since WrestleMania 6. I think 6. Yeah, 6 was his first time.
November the 19th, 1990, my nigga.
There it is, man. He's been around for a very long time. And
hell of a long time.
I never
that's when
you know
WWE.
What's wild about the Undertaker? I never felt like he was like a favorite to me. You know, he was never like a favorite. I didn't get into. I'll be honest. I was not into villains or heels, as they say in wrestling terms, until NWO, and that's because my face became the heel. Hogan. Whatever Hogan would have done, he told me to take a vitamin. I'd have took my Flintstone vitamin and called it a night. He told me, say my prayer, thank you God, I love you. I did it. Whatever. I was Hogan. I was Hogan out when it comes to WWF.
Man, I was a Ric Flair fan ever since I was like little, because that motherfucker had the gold Rolexes, and he was from North Carolina. So they said North Carolina. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He had it all the time, and he was gold Rolexes shining, the pretty hair, and all the women. I'm like, oh, this the fucking dude.
Kiss stealing, wheeling dealing.
Yeah.
Limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun.
So, like, my dad and they're like, yo, you don't like Dusty Rhodes? I'm like, fuck no, he's a player. Look at this nigga. He got the shades on and, like, the polo shirts and shit. They're like, Augusta Taylor. I mean, and then he had a group with R. Anderson beating the shit out of people. I don't know, man. I thought that was, like, the coolest villain ever, yo. Like, if you wanted to be cool, you had to be Ric Flair, yo. And his theme music was the shit. Like, you hear other people's music, and you're like, all right. I ain't even like Hogan music that much. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Let me tell you something. I'm not about to let you disrespect Hogan's famous music.
Yo, if you hear Ric Flair fucking music,
all I know is when it comes crushing down and it hurts inside, you got to take a stand. You don't have to hide. That's what that is.
You hear that, and it rolls, and then you shoot off the fireworks, and you be like, yo, it makes him look. When he come out, it's like his music made him larger than life. The road with the music, oh my goodness, man. That dude was awesome as shit. Another person I kind of like was JBL music, though, because he kind of had that limousine. You just pull up in the limousine to get out. And ringside, that shit was fire. But, yeah, Nature boy.
He was raw. He was raw.
He was raw, bro.
He's raw dog, man. Like, I mean, as a kid, that's how again, the way wrestling was painted, you were supposed to love Hogan. You were supposed to love Hogan. WCW, you were supposed to love Sting, but, it's wild. When you're a kid, you're taught to love the good guy. But as an adult, you have respect for the bad guy because he makes the good guy look good. And the likes of a Ric Flair, the likes of the Horsemen, how they attack Dusty Rhodes, God rest his soul, Dusty Rhodes, we love you, man, we love you, baby. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, God rest his soul. That's like one of the only ones I think. I like Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. Those are like the only faces I actually like. Like, I really did. I like Shawn Michaels when he was a heel. Yeah. I like Diesel. Razor Ramon. It was the power of the warrior. Remember, Razor Ramon was a bad guy, and I liked him when he was a bad guy. He was the shit. He's never been a good guy. Never. Razor Ramon is now, he's been an anti-hero, but he's never been like a good guy.
Man, his music, Razor Ramon, that bad guy that raised his edge was like one of the nastiest moves. He
Yeah.
put a toothpick in your face.
It was cool.
Man.
It was cool seeing that, you know, basically that drop off, lift you up by your shoulders and then drop you on your back, the razor's edge. But I thought that the jackknife was the rawest thing I've ever seen. That style of power bomb when it first you know, with Diesel when it first came on.
Yeah, like
Then
Vader shit was bad.
that's what we can talk about, man. We can talk about some of the rawest wrestling moves I've seen. That suit when Scott Steiner used to do that suplex to a pile driver, turn that motherfucker in the air and land on there. Like, well, he catches him with his thighs or whatever, but
oh yeah, that suplex,
suplex to pile driver. Goldberg shit, like taking the suplex to a power slam in the air. I thought that shit was
the vertebraker was like one of my favorite moves, yo. When a motherfucker get him and do that flip it, the vertebraker and the Canadian Destroyer. When he gets you in the legs, they flip with a pile driver. That's just so stupid. You know, it's like irrational, but it's so fucking so good.
The spear. I think Goldberg still has the best spear. That's just me. I would say Goldberg and I don't know if I like Edge's spear. Rhino. I'll say Goldberg and Rhino.
Rhino's getting that.
Yeah, Goldberg and Rhino got the best spear. I don't care too much for Roman's spear.
Roman Reigns, he still looks trash.
Yeah, I'm not digging.
But what's that dude's name? There's another guy. I can't forget. He independent though. He got a nasty spear. He's just disgusting. Yeah, Goldberg, like nasty moves, man. That's another one. The Walls of Jericho, dude, fucking the Lion Tamer actually.
Oh, so while we're on the subject of wrestling, man, I'm reading here. WWE turned off the arena video feed after heavy boos for the Crown Jewel commercial. They are not about that shit, man. They don't want it to happen.
I told you.
So what are they gonna do?
They gonna do it because you gotta think they already paid him. If they already paid him, he got to like go through with it and go ahead and do the show. Unless the government is gonna pay Vince McMahon back his money, because you gotta pay all his wrestlers, especially the ones like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, like ones that's doing one time or 2-time events and all this shit. They gotta be paid. They gotta be paid like billions. They making over 6 figures. Like, this is some crazy shit. They gotta pay them dudes. They paying them 7 figures just to show up. Shawn Michaels 7 figures to show up. Undertaker, these motherfuckers get paid hella money.
Well, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
So he has to do the show, or he got to get the money back to the people that paid for the show. And you want to know how much he made off the last time he did in Saudi Arabia? They say he made more money than WrestleMania and SummerSlam put together, just by going there and doing the show. That's how much money he get paid, because they're like huge wrestling fans over there. Yeah, man, that's a huge payday. He ain't gonna miss that shit.
Well, I mean, if it happens, it happens. They got to do what they got to do. So, but that's just the name of the game, man. It's business, and they're gonna have to. I mean, Vince is the type. He's a risk taker. He's always been a risk taker. He's done all the stunts that all the wrestlers have done before wrestling matches himself. So he's willing to put himself on the line, like how Shawn Michaels did that thing from the sky when he first headlined WrestleMania against Bret Hart to win the title for the first time. He did that zip line all the way to the ring first, because that's just the type of man that he is. I do know he associates with racists, as in Donald Trump, and I am not taking that away from him.
Nigga.
But that's what it is.
I'm too black team with the belt.
Yeah.
There's plenty of say Vince McMahon speak.
Yeah.
People of color like shit. They won't sit while they working for him. But as soon as they leave,
what's the name? I mean, The Rock talked about how they used to shit on his food and shit. I mean, Mark Henry talked about how they shit on The Rock's food when he was a rookie.
He ain't there no more. He know they racist. He ain't there no more though. He ain't say that shit when he was there.
Mark Henry.
Because Ahmed Johnson and other people were saying that the company was racist, and Mark Henry was like, "No, it's not racist."
Well,
and all of a sudden, when you look, he's free to speak. He'll say what he want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is. They know he treat black people like shit there. I would never sign with WWE. They gotta pay me handsomely, and then I'll still leave. All the gimmicks. And me and my boy Mark was saying this. Shouts out to Mark. He was saying that they either make you dance, always some dancing
I
shit,
said that shit.
or some stereotypical shit.
Yeah.
Robbing niggas like
That's what the characters are. Every black or Hispanic character is dancing. We talked about that on this show before. You know what I'm saying?
Either dancing, or you robbing and stealing, or you fucking what they do for the Velveteen Dream is a black gay dude now, so they got a black gay guy stereotype. Mm-hmm. And then what's the other racist thing they do with a bunch of fucking black people? The crime time shit. Man, it's always the same. Oh, you're a pimp. You pimping or some shit. So Mark Mero, fucking the Godfather, and all that shit make you pimp. MVP was a fucking supposedly wannabe ass like bougie,
like a basketball player or something.
There's always some racial shit. You just ain't.
It's always something, man. But that's just the thing that we love, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Love the business, and it's unfortunate that it's like that. But I mean, well, what can you say? This is things are being revealed. We're learning a lot about our ways of how we've been carrying ourselves, and they got to make the right changes to make the business last. Otherwise, it's gonna go down in the fire. Whatever's done in dark will come to the light. And I mean, we are who they go to. You know what I'm saying? Like look how big The Rock is compared to the likes of. I mean, Hogan was monstrous for sure, but The Rock was like the guy of the attitude, along with the other guy of the attitude. I mean, come on, I would say it's equal to some degree. Steve Austin, Stone Cold was like, he was just the way that he did things to his boss. He was the first one to say "fuck you" to a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just so it's just something that just comes with the territory. I love wrestling. I always will have an affinity for wrestling. I'm not a fan of the current state of wrestling, but that's just me being I think they could just do so much better. They can do so much more they have potential, and they're not using them. They're not using them properly, man. They should be a lot bigger. They have more tools than the wrestlers did 30 years ago. They have social media. They have all these things, but for whatever reason, the talent is not being pushed. Dolph Ziggler should be one of the top guys in the business right now, but he's not. He is not. He is not one of the biggest things. Roman Reigns should have never talked on that microphone. He does not have mic skills. Yep. They should have used him.
Look how long it took Batista to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
If you know a guy is not a talker, and he's got like the look, just have him in the background. Look how they did Goldberg. I don't like Goldberg talking. He shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. Brock don't talk. All he do is shake his fucking wrists and hands and jump to the side and then attack your ass.
Hey, tell me how many wrestlers now have a mouthpiece though. Like they have a promoter, like not promoter but manager. Barely any. They don't even want to pay managers no more. So that's a bad thing. They use other wrestlers as fucking managers. And a lot of those wrestlers don't really know how to talk. So you got somebody that don't know how to talk good, somebody else. But they still have to carry their own career. They don't know what they're doing, bro.
Yeah, man.
They got a man who is a promoter, and his name is Fat Ass Tomas. That's what he do. He talks shit and fuck him, and that's what he does. Fat Ass Monster. That's all he do. That's all the talking you need. He speaks Japanese, but he speaks English, and when he speaks English, he's always cussing somebody out.
Yeah, man. What we're saying to you, WWE, is like you're bullshitting. You're bullshitting. You got potential on a roster, and you're not using them properly. You need better writers. You need better promotion. You need to execute. Okay? You have too much. You have been blinded. You have been blinded by You've been blinded by success. That is what I feel.
Oh, I got a question, Matt.
Yeah, what's up?
If you could be a promoter right now for any wrestler there, who would it be?
I would promote New Japan. If I was a promoter, I'd be behind New Japan. New Japan.
I mean, if you was a manager for any wrestler in WWE, who would you be behind?
I would be behind Seth Rollins.
So you'd be his manager?
Yeah.
Not manager, but you know what I mean, like his mouthpiece.
Yeah, I would talk for. Well, I don't need to talk for Seth Rollins. I would have talked for Roman Reigns, and if he didn't talk at all, Roman would be the guy. I would talk for him. I was like, look, I'd talk about all he had to do was sit there, look cute for the ladies and shit with the fucking Jerry curl hair and dressing like a SWAT guy on Halloween, and just stand there and let me talk for him. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Romy Mack. And my client, that is all I would do.
Yeah, I probably would do like, man, it sounds funny, Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. I'll probably either be Shinsuke Nakamura, SmackDown, or Braun Strowman, because he don't need to talk either. No offense, but Braun does the same shit and it's going to get tiresome. They don't need to make Braun Strowman talk. Just let Braun beat the shit out of people and move on. They don't fuck it up, though. Shinsuke need a mouth. He don't need a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Him having somebody as his mouthpiece would make him stand out.
So man, we're gonna touch a little bit on a soft subject. Really, how do you deal with breakups as a man? It could be you. If you want me to go, I'll speak on my own experiences. But
you go first. You go first, and then I do.
All right, man. How do I deal with breakups? For me, I don't deal with them well. Honestly, mentally, I get fucked up. Mentally fucked up. You look at like all the time spent, where everything went wrong. Was it, how much of it you consider it being your responsibility as to where things went wrong. And then like, what do you think it was worth it? Did you make the right decision? There's so many things that go through your head as a man, when you do deal, with breakups. There is like a lot of thoughts that again that run through your head. Like, is there something wrong with you? Like, things keep happening this way. Should you even be in a relationship at all? Is it even worth it? There's just so much. There's just so much that you deal with. But as time goes by, you just find yourself getting back into doing things that you would do on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go take yourself out to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Go by yourself. Just vibe. You know what I'm saying? Make music if you're like a musician like me and Jeff. Write rhymes or produce music. Write again, me, I write poetry. Do podcasts, talk about it. It's therapeutic. And sometimes things just don't always go the way you plan it. That's just life in general, and you got to be able to just roll with it, and accept that. Relationships are again, you can feel very strong about someone, and it doesn't always go the way that you thought it would be, and it hurts a great deal, but you got to find that that strength within you to move on, because despite the feeling that you had where you feel like you couldn't go on, you've found a way to go on, because that's just the nature of being human. Whether you're a man or a woman, you will get past the thing that you thought you couldn't get past. I mean, you don't want to go on without that individual, but sometimes, you're not able to control the way another person behaves. So sometimes you just got to make that decision. You got to make the decision that's best for you and your peace. I cannot stress enough how important peace is to have in life. So, anyone that you want to bring into your peace has got to bring peace. If you bring chaos into your peace, you're not gonna have peace. And you're gonna have to ask yourself, what's more important, the love that you have for this individual, or the love that you have to live peacefully, and you find yourself constantly battling between heart and mind with that, and you have to make the best decision, and hopefully you live with it, and time will only tell if it is like the best decision that was made. Because you never, a lot of times you never know. We create the future. That's what people need to understand. Like, if something's not going to change, it's because we make the change. If we don't make changes in our daily routine, you're not going to see change in life. You're going to see the same shit. If you're doing the same shit you've been doing and it's not working for you, you're going to see the same shit come out. And that's just how life goes. You know what I'm saying? So, being a man dealing with like breakups, you want to get your head together. We're not really prone to show much emotion, so we mask it a little bit better than probably like a woman can. Most women, I won't say all women, but we mask it better than most women can. So we can find ourselves like, acting like shit doesn't really get to us. But I mean, ultimately inside, that's just for every man to deal with. So I mean, that's just for me. That's just how roughly I deal, like with with breakups. You find the good things about people, the bad things about people, and just things don't always add up in the end. And ultimately, you find yourself by yourself, and you gotta move on and figure out what's the best move for you. But yeah, Jeff, man. So I mean, what would you have to say as far as like breakups go, man? Like things that you can do to cope.
Man, I work out, man. I work out, play my game, get my music. Like, more of the shit that I want to do. Like, if it's up to me, I'll be in the gym 3-4 hours a day, man. I'll find something else to do, because I like to push myself anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I like.
Well, I mean, that's good.
I just be in the gym, man, or I write lines. I really write a lot. Like, lyrics and all that shit, I write a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, find yourself listening to songs that mirror what you're going through. And I
try to avoid those, man.
It's funny how the radio just, everything on the radio just refers to you. You turn it on and it's like, oh man, it'd be like, you turn on the radio and it'd be like different genres that you really don't even fuck with sometimes. Like that song from fucking the Breakfast Club movie, "Don't You Forget About Me." So it's like, like what are you doing? Like, God, are you playing this joke like LTD, where did we go wrong, or Hall & Oates, or Tavares with She's Gone? Just a whole bunch of or records like New Edition or Another Bad Creation, Jealous Girl.
One thing I also do is catch up on a lot of shows you can't watch with other people. Like, like series I didn't wanted to. Like, I catch up on every fucking thing. You see that, man?
Yeah. Still here. Yeah. So I mean, that's just life, though, man. We just want to take the day for what it is and just press on. So let me see what else we can jump into, man. But
the best rap live. We ain't about it.
We ain't talking about no damn best. Oh, well, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is the best rapper.
Best rapper alive.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna do one last thing, so we can get off this sentimental shit. Would you want your daughter to date you, your personality, the things you've done, I would say in life, to women? Would you say that you want your daughter to date that in a man?
What, me?
Yeah.
Probably not. I'm kind of mean. Well, I'm trying to make her mean, so yeah.
That's gonna turn a dude off. She gonna end up with a girlfriend.
Nah, man. You gotta be able to take shit and dish shit out. No softies. Like, I want her to be able to, like, if a dude says, like, man, then, tell his ass off.
Yeah. I think there's different methods and getting that same result. as far as like wanting our children, especially our daughters, to be able to withstand certain personalities and know their worth and not be able to put up with anybody's bullshit. Because we can talk to our children, especially like our daughters and stuff, like again being very cold towards them, but that teaches them to accept it, because if she accepts it from her pops, she's more than likely going to accept it from the guy that she's seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I treat my baby, my princess is 14, and I've always treated her very I would say delicate, but I'm straight to the point. I don't sugarcoat shit when it comes,
I ain't trying to sugarcoat that.
yeah, I ain't sugarcoat shit. I'm very loving to my daughter.
You think about this: if she know not to take bullshit, she ain't gonna take no dude bullshit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put that.
I've shown my daughter chivalry since she's been here, on this earth, and and every time I'm with her, that's just a natural reaction of just for any woman that's around me. So would I want my daughter to date me? It depends on which me we're talking about. The early on me as a teenager, no, leave that nigga where he was. Don't fuck with him. I wouldn't want like her mother. Like again, when I met her mother, the way I was, I wouldn't want any woman to deal with any girl to have to deal with that type of person who was a manipulator and took advantage of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Of a female. The 20s me, bitter me, broken from a relationship. No, I would not want that. I would probably want my daughter to date the me now more than anything else, because his head is more on straight, career driven, focused, trying to build an empire, make money, provide for the family type thing. Not show chivalry, not as much out there chasing skirts anymore, like ready to make ready to have like a family and just take care of them and provide for a seed, provide for many seeds rather. Just that type of guy. I mean, I've always been such I would say respectful individual towards women, but there was a point in time where I was talking to multiple women at one point in time, and I wouldn't want my daughter to feel like she's just one of the few. So I would say I would definitely want my daughter to date the me now. And even the me now is not, I wouldn't say it's like perfect, squeaky clean or anything like such, but it is, I would say I'm better off than most. I'm not better than, I'm just better off than most. To be straightforward and such a loving individual, but not going to be taken advantage of anymore or taking advantage of anybody else. So yeah, I would. That's my answer when it comes to like what I want my child to date, somebody like me. And of course we're growing. We're just we're work in progress and make better changes. Being a man, be assertive, be a leader, be someone that a woman can depend upon and find security within, feel safe around. That's really what we want to do. Make a woman feel safe around us, protected. And yeah, that's really all I got on that one, Slick, man. Let's go into this whole shit. Back to Nick Cannon being the best rapper alive. Him claiming that he's better than say he's better than Wayne, better than Will Smith, Eminem. That lyrically he can just smash all of them. I disagree wholeheartedly about those names. All of those names. I mean, I wouldn't even put Will Smith in a better category than Nick Cannon. Nothing personal, but Will was an artist first. Nick Cannon was a comedian first. So Will was the first one to win a Grammy, right? Yes, sir. Didn't attend the Grammys because he was protesting because they wouldn't announce it. But yes, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. We always pronounce the DJ first because he's the one that makes everything happen. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince won their Grammy, and yeah, they won their Grammy, and they did not they did not attend because they would not announce rap. They would not recognize rap at the Grammys back then. And so I mean, they're still not recognizing a lot of things within the rap culture. It's a work in progress, and we'll see how how things go as time progresses. But I mean, I just feel like I don't know what Nick was on. I don't know if his words are being twisted into this making an article, making a headline, but him being better than Wayne, highly unlikely. Eminem, let's not even go there. He talked about you and your wife. Oh, no, he didn't talk about Nick. He talked about Mariah on the record. Nick wasn't with Mariah at the time when he did that record. So that's really my stance on that. I mean, I've liked some Nick Cannon songs. Gigolo, I think that probably was on the strength of R. Kelly producing. I like that production that they had with the Belle Biv DeVoe sample. Poison, they had Poison with Ricky Bell's It's Driving Me Out of My Mind on the chorus. That production was dope, but the actual song, no, not at all. The video paid homage to LL Cool J for A Roundaway Girl, how he was going out and finding girls and just recording them. But I wasn't digging that. So what about you, man? How do you feel about this whole statement about Nick Cannon being
man, it's a trip. He's smoking some strong
on some potent product, huh?
Yo, man, he just feel like he's just saying shit, say shit.
Yeah.
So he don't really need to. He ain't better than I think he ain't better than Will Smith.
Yeah.
There's no damn way he's better than damn Eminem. He's still better than that because Eminem would destroy his ass. We already know. What else? Like it's tons of shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think your catalog isn't large enough to even begin to speak on these individuals that you're speaking of, and that's just where that's just me on the subject of Nick Cannon and music. Period. You're a great businessman. I love your entrepreneurial spirit. Continue to do things for the black community, for just society in general, man. We love you doing that, but you're talking poppycock when you're talking about being better than Wayne, Eminem, and even the legend Will Smith. That's where I'll end my stance on that shit. I want to talk about the Migos. There was a thing saying that is the Migos the best group of all time in rap, and another thing that I wholeheartedly disagree on, because have we forgotten this group from Atlanta? One being from Savannah, of the likes of Big Boy, and also the legend which is known to be Andre 3 Stacks, aka all the above, man. He's just an amazing artist, and I feel like you have lost your mind if you think that the Migos are the best group of all time. They might get the most recognition right now because of social media time frame, but the likes of an Outkast, you wouldn't, the sound that you listen to today has been heavily influenced by organized noise and all that is within that camp, such as Goody Mob, Outkast. Who else come from Zach in that camp? Really, I say them for the most part, and just the best group of all time. I don't know. It's just so many, man. Like Wu-Tang, and we discussed earlier. Like Wu-Tang is basically built off of the front three, and Raekwon, Face, Ghostface, and Method Man, and then everybody else. I mean, ODB. Don't get me wrong. ODB was one hell of an artist.
Oh yeah, but he died. I can't really.
Yeah, ODB was great. He was just an awesome artist. But everybody else kind of like just they didn't get as much recognition. It's not to say that they weren't as great as the front three, because that group alone, I mean, everybody in the group was just sensational at what they did on the microphone. But the likes of like a Wu-Tang, the Tribe Called Quest, the hell, I'll say Black Eyed Peas, I could throw them into the hip hop thing. The what's another rap? What's another rap group? We talked about Bad versus, what was it? Bad Meets Evil.
Yep, Bad Meets Evil was on the list.
Bad Meets Evil.
Slaughterhouse.
Yes, Slaughterhouse. I mean, Method Man and Redman together as a group. I don't know. I mean, there's so many. There's so many like
good lyrical groups. And,
yeah.
You know,
Little Brother. I love Little Brother. North Carolina representatives. You know, they're great. How you feel about Bow Wow and Amari? Yeah, I won't go. I couldn't say it with a straight face.
Out of here,
I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it with a straight face. Naughty by Nature. I think that group was all Tretch to me. That's nothing against Vinny, but I feel like that group was all Tretch. You know what I'm saying?
It was. I don't even really put Naughty by Nature look like that. So
I don't know. And it's funny. Like nobody talks about that. Run DMC. What are we talking about? I mean, Run DMC. Them together.
The fucking
Public Enemy. Public Enemy. Public Enemy. NWA, which is all Ice Cube.
I mean, we can say, but
all Ice Cube and MC Ren.
MC Ren,
the Jungle Brothers.
Big Nuts.
Yes. No, I want to say who shit.
Fat Fun and Big Joe, the twins.
Nice and Smooth. There's.
Not Terror Squad. What were they called? When Fat Joe and Big Fun was the group.
I forgot what they were called, man.
I think, what were they called? Was it Twins and shit? Or whatever, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Twins. I think it was Twins.
Shit, Dipset.
Yeah.
Jewels, Cam,
what was that group of Big L, Cameron, Mace,
they're called,
I forget what they're called, but it's just these groups that have been around, man. Like, I don't know.
G-Unit?
Yeah. G-Unit was legitimate. I mean, 50 and Tony Yayo kind of fell to the back, but because of
it don't even matter because 50 was banging. 50, the only one that won't banging was Yayo to me. Like all the other niggas were banging. Yayo was just like there. Right.
I mean, I'm a fan regardless, but we damn sure know that Tony Yayo played his part as far as like back,
what part was it?
He did that stupid ass John Cena dance.
Oh yeah, he did do the part that you can't see me and shit.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I can say about my man.
I can on man, like them motherfuckers. MOP been out for years making things. So fucking Underground Kings, Pimp C, UGK, and they so many motherfuckers over there. They the newest thing to get.
I'm waiting for Cardi B and Nicki Minaj to come together and create a group. They're gonna create a group.
I never listened to neither one of them motherfuckers, and I ain't gonna start with that.
Yep, come through dripping, drip. Come through dripping.
Two trash ass niggas. Say what was the evil Captain America called? The evil Captain Planet, the Sludge or some shit. Whatever his name was.
Do you count? Did you count Kanye and Jay-Z as a group?
They had an album together, but
I don't know.
I actually like Waka and Gucci Band shit better after that.
Wow.
Fucking Brick Squad had a fire ass. Yo, Gucci Man and Waka Flocka had a fire ass album.
Right.
What was 2 Chainz to Old Boy shit? AS Circle, BTP, Disturbing the Peace.
Yeah.
I-20, fucking 2 Chainz, and man, they had.
There's just so many groups, but I mean, if you had to name like who would be the best, I mean, if I had to give like a best group of all time, I'm still giving it to Run DMC because we wouldn't have such without them. So I'm gonna go with that. I think
That don't mean I'm giving it to him. Fuck all that.
all right. Well, you ain't got
It's
to.
either going to Wu-Tang or fucking not UGK, but Outkast.
Yeah, man. So we had fun tonight, man. Talking some real shit, joking about some shit, and also kicking that wrestling tip. I think Evolution actually turned out to be better than what we anticipated it being. Nothing that it's just being all women. Just the fact that the way the wrestling is set up right now, it's just not. It just hasn't been like the best executed programming that I've seen.
I could say like this. There's gonna be a bunch of fake reviews on it, but like the Riot Squad versus the other people, they've been having that same match for like almost a month. Brie Bella and Ronda Rousey and them should be fighting instead of Nia Jax. Or you know what I'm saying? A lot of the storylines they made for Evolution don't make sense.
Yeah.
So,
well, all we can do is hope for the best, man. Looking forward to what's to come from wrestling, man. I mean, I would love to be to get to that point, like Attitude Era, where I did not want to miss an episode because I wasn't sure what I was going to see. You did not. It was must see TV. No more than Nitro. Nitro was must see TV. The WCW should have never lost that battle, that war.
I don't think they should.
They had everything. They had the NWO. They had too many members in the NWO. That's what happened. They should have kept it to like maybe 7 and just terrorized everybody. And have Sting.
Had all the luchadors.
Have Sting. Had Sting been like, again the saving grace for the brand, as well as like the likes of a Ric Flair. Horsemen were kind of like being phased out and being beat down by the NWO, but still part of the stable. Like this is another stable to watch. They just had everything, and greed got in the way. But nevertheless, it was a good time. It was great. I'm glad I got to be a teenager and go and see this play out the way that it did. I did not anticipate seeing the NWO and the WWE and fading away the way that it did, man. I felt like they deserved a better going out, if that makes sense. But that's something I can talk to Vince McMahon when God willing I meet him before he passes and discuss that shit, and he just had to take that story. But thank you guys for listening, man. Appreciate that. Be sure to share on your timeline, tell folks about the show amongst listening to 2 Cents. Follow Romy Mac on your social media platforms. But as for Karumbe, Romy Mac, thank you guys for listening. But this is the Locker Room. We out. Peace.